Hi, this is my player for PA1 for the Maze project. This is called my smart player, but this is actually the not so smart player. Uh, so here, uh, for the basic player, I'm not really looking at where the jewels are, trying to find the nearest jewel, and I just wanted to have the player walk through the maze and hopefully pick up some jewels along the way. Uh, so basically, it tries to avoid going through walls, so it's just going through the maze. Uh, so, um, and it also, so at each position, it finds it finds if the first of all, it finds where you are, and then it sees if you can go east. And there's also the realist moves, and it stores the places that's already been in, so it doesn't just go back and forth between two cells. So basically, it checks if it can go in a given direction, and if it hasn't gone there yet, it moves in that direction. And it does that for all four directions. And then this last part here is basically for the player being stuck in walls, or if it is in a place where it can't really go anywhere else, then it just picks a random direction to move in and goes there. So that's pretty much it. And then this is going to be my other smarter player, and it does do a little bit better. So here it actually does try to find the closest jewel. So this method here, the distance method, it just takes two maze positions and finds the distance between them. It doesn't take walls into account. So it just takes the kind of like finding the slope, I guess. So it takes the distance horizontally and vertically and adds them together. Then we have a method here that just finds the closest jewel to the current player. So it finds where the player is, and then it goes through all the possible jewels and finds the distance between the jewel and the player. And if it is smaller than the previous smallest distance, then it stores that distance and stores the current jewel as the closest jewel until we find one that is closer. And so this is the method where we actually pick a direction to move in. So we find the closest jewel, and then we look at the location of the jewel and the location of the player. And initially, I decided to just not take walls into account at all. So basically, first you would move horizontally over until the row of the player and the row of the jewel are the same, and then you would move vertically until you meet the jewel. And then I decided to, at every point, basically to check if if you can move east or west without going through wall, then do that. And if you can't, then move through the wall. So, but still, you're only moving into the right direction, closer to the jewel. And that did actually improve how the player did. And here, um, if you're right at the jewel, I guess, you just stay there. Or if for some reason you're not moving anywhere else, you can just stay at the center. Okay, and I guess I'm going to play this. So I think the one, let's check. The one that I have in here is the smart player, which is once again not that smart at all. So here we're running it. Here, let's move this. Um, we're running it, and it didn't really do that great. It only did 3 times. And then this is going to be the Julia's player. So let's go into the maze game and change this to Julia's player. And we're going to run that. Oh, and it did do better than the other player, but it's still not doing that great, and not actually too sure why, but I guess that's it.